Hi guys, Hamster here. I want to share with you guys a new rifle build for 2014. This is a new rifle I've put together for 2014. No, you're not looking at the new rifle. This is my Mark 12, which I did a while ago, and I've been quite successful with and extremely happy with. The rifle I wanted to build for 2014, I wanted to be similar in nature. I wanted a precision 5.56 platform, but I wanted everything that the Mark 12 could do, except I wanted it in a lighter and shorter, more compact package. So this is my Mark 12, which shoots the Mark 262 Mod 1 ammo, the 77 grain 5.56, and does it extremely well out to 800 yards. I wanted to see if I could put together a package that is smaller and lighter and still have the same capabilities that this 18-inch barrel does and have the exact same accuracy. That was my goal, but I wanted to keep a lot of the things that work the same because I don't want any training issues. I want a lot of the stuff to be exactly the same, so no matter which rifle I pick up, I fall in behind it seamlessly. All the control surfaces are going to need to be the same. So the rifles aren't going to look a whole lot different, but some of the materials were used were different to save weight, but maintain the same accuracy and the same range capabilities. I'll show you that right now. And here is the new rifle we've completed for 2014. And you can see it looks very similar to my Mark 12. Instead of being in brown, this guy's in black. A couple things right off the get-go. You notice this is running a carbine stock where the other one's running a fixed stock. This allows me to save some weight and also make the gun more compact during transport. The stock we chose is the Magpul ACS L. L is the lightweight version, no battery compartments. I'm able to maintain at this setting the exact same length of pull as the Mark 12, so my length of pull is identical. I've also used the exact same grip, which is the Magpul Myad, with a large back strap, which the back strap being thicker is thicker mostly up here, which basically changes the angle of my hand and gives me more of a straighter trigger pull. So when you put the larger back strap on, it changes more the angle of the grip by pushing the web of your hand farther back. So they both run the same grip. I'm running this stock, which is lighter, more compact. We'll just start from the back and work my way up. Buffer tube, we are running a extra power buffer spring. The spring is also a chrome silica spring. Buffer weight that I'm running and running quite successful. This rifle is running like a top. It's a H buffer. So we have an H buffer, extra power spring. Spring is chrome silica wire. We're running a BCM full auto bolt carrier group. The upper is from Bravo Company. The lower is a Stag lower, which I purchased for this build. I'm running a Troy Industry trigger guard, which gives me a little more room for gloved hands. I like to run the Magpul bad lever on all my rifles. I keep the control surfaces all the same, no matter which rifle I pick up. They all have, even with different stocks, they all have the exact same length of pull and pretty much same grip, same trigger. The trigger for this is a Geisley SSAE Enhanced. It's a two-stage trigger, very, very accurate. I love the Geisley triggers, extremely reliable, very tough. They install just like a mil-spec trigger. They also have the exact same amount of parts as a mil-spec trigger. So servicing a trigger, installing a trigger, it's just like doing a mil-spec trigger, except once you try one of these, you won't want to go back to the standard mil-spec trigger. Just like my Mark 12, I'm running a PRI 12-inch front end on here, the fore end. It is a free float fore end, and it is carbon fiber. I chose it due to its strength, its lightweight, plus the feel in hand. I want it to be exactly like I'm grabbing the Mark 12. We're running the same Harris bipod that's modified by LaRue. Both of them have the exact same bipod. They even both have the same sling, just different colors. These are Blue Force Gear Victor slings. Real happy with it. Quick disconnects on the slings. Up here we have a Troy sling mount, anti-rotational, and here on the back we have the my modded version of the Magpul where I've added a non-rotational quick disconnect sling mount, so the sling can be quickly removed when not necessary. So this is a good look at the rifle. The barrel selection is basically the same barrel profile I used on my Mark 12. It's a medium profile 410 stainless. It does have button rifling, but it is hand lapped, and the quality of the barrel, I gotta say, is quite high. It shoots between half and 1 MOA accuracy with proper ammunition. That's again using the 77 grain 5.56 ammo. I'm able to shoot between half and 1 MOA groups with ease. So it is a sub MOA rifle. It is running a mid-length gas system. Now on the Mark 12, I'm running an 18-inch barrel. I was hoping to get maximum velocity out of that 18-inch barrel, and I was getting the 2750 out of the Black Hills ammunition. Well, we decided to. I did some chronograph testing on this, and I tested some different brands of ammo along with the Black Hills, and I gotta say, even this barrel here is only 16 inches long. We've chopped it down 2 inches, but I'm running the same profile, so that hopefully is going to make the barrel a little more rigid and have a little bit better harmonics than even the 18-inch barrel. Being the same diameter, it's the same 410 stainless, but it's 2 inches shorter, which helps me in my overall goal of making this package dimensionally shorter and lighter. But I gotta say, I'd be quite happy with the barrel. Accuracy is excellent. There are no complaints in there at all. So, but the 16-inch barrel, I was concerned that I would lose some velocity and I wouldn't have quite the reach as the 18-inch barrel. And I gotta say, the velocity on my chronograph, the Black Hills averaged 2745. Advertised is 2750. So I'm not losing any velocity with the 16-inch barrel. So if you're thinking to build a precision AR platform and you thinking you may need to go 18 or 20, or you're looking between 18 and 16, I gotta say I have not lost any velocity by going with the 16-inch barrel. Now I don't know if it's due to the finish of this stainless barrel, which allows me to get that velocity out of the shorter barrel, but I gotta say I'm extremely happy. I'm getting full velocity, so this will be quite capable of reaching out to 800 yards with the 77 grain ammunition. The scope mount is the same scope mount I'm using on the other one. It's a LaRue LT104. The scope is the Night Force Compact NXS. It is a 2.5 to 10 scope, variable power. The only disadvantage about this scope that I don't like, but I can live with, is the fact that it's second focal plane. It is a mil dot scope. It is a mil radian turret, so it is a mil scope. I highly recommend whatever your reticle is, you get your turrets in, and I can't speak highly enough for mil. The scope is calibrated at 10 power, but then Night Force also puts a dot on the scope where the second calibration point is, so you have 2 calibration points on this. Even though it's a second focal plane, it has 2 calibration points in the factory. Running the Bravo Company Gunfighter charging handle. This is the medium. Medium's real effective, but doesn't get in the way. Extremely happy the LaRue mounts. Does not come loose. Returns 0. A lot of this stuff is very similar or the exact same. For instance, the backup irons are the PRI irons. I'm running the PRI irons on the Mark 12. I'm running the PRI irons here. 2 reasons. They deploy the same way. The sight picture's the same way. I like to keep things as consistent as possible. Also, these have a same plane rear aperture, which I'm a big fan of. So whether I'm on the small peep or large peep, my zero doesn't change. The irons I typically set up at a 5200 zero. So I really find that effective and fast when I'm using the irons. So I can quickly remove the scope, go to irons, and I have the 5200 zero. And whether I'm on the small peep or large peep, the zero does not change. Extremely effective package. Could not be happier. Did I achieve my goal? Well, I was able to reduce the overall length with the stock set for the proper length of pole by going to a 16-inch barrel. We obviously shortened the whole project by 2 inches. The other had an 18-inch barrel with the same length of pole. I'm 2 inches shorter. The gun can be made even an additional 2 inches shorter for transporting, or if you need to make it even shorter, it could be up to 4 inches shorter. But in the shooting configuration, it's 2 inches shorter. As this sits with the sling attached, it weighs 10 pounds 7 ounces, which is I was trying to hopefully it would come in under 10 pounds, but with the sling, the bipod, everything on it, everything adds up in a hurry. But 10 pounds 7 ounces is pretty good, where the Mark 12 weighs in at 12 pounds 10 ounces. So it's a good 2 pounds 2 ounces, good 2 pounds lighter, 2 inches shorter, and it's also additional 2 inches shorter for transport. But it's capable of doing the exact same job as the Mark 12 in a lighter, smaller package. Now the only other difference that I really did would be the muzzle device. And on this one here, you can see here, I went with the Surefire flash hider. Both are running Surefire muzzle devices. The Mark 12 is running the muzzle brake, and my small compact little brother version is running the flash hider. I didn't want to put the same device on. I wanted to try this flash hider. It seems to work really, really well. But this is the new Surefire flash hider for the SOCOM suppressor. The muzzle brake I have on the Mark 12 is the new muzzle brake. It has been switched out to accept a new SOCOM suppressor also, but it's the brake. This is the flash hider. They're made out of stainless steel. They're the exact same size, but one is a good brake, the other one is a good flash hider. Part of the reason for trying to get a lighter, smaller, compact weapon, and one of the reasons I'm running the Surefire devices is this year I spent some of my money, instead of purchasing more ammunition, firearms, or going to another class, we spent money on an attorney to set up a trust. And we are currently waiting for my tax stamp to come back, which I have purchased the Surefire SOCOM 5.56 RC suppressor, which will live on this rifle. That is one of the reasons I needed to shave some weight off and make it a little bit smaller, is I have that Surefire can coming one day when that tax stamp finally comes back. Hopefully later this year. So this is the new rifle for 2014. It's basically a little brother version of my Mark 12, exact same capabilities, but the fact I'm able to get the 2750 muzzle velocity out of the 16-inch barrel is incredible. Shooting a 7.7 grain, I'm going to be quite accurate and be able to stretch this out quite a ways for such a little gun and still have the high level of accuracy. So this is what I've been up to lately. I've been out running this. Like I say, I'm extremely happy. I can't wait to stretch this out later this summer and this fall. This will be going to a couple different classes, and we'll push this out to 800 yards. And I don't anticipate any issues. My ballistic computer is, the 77 doesn't go transonic till around 900 yards. I've used the same barrel in the 18-inch configuration quite successfully out to 800 yards. Being 2 inches shorter, but having the same velocity, I'm anticipating a little bit better harmonics, maybe even better accuracy, because the barrel's just going to be a little stiffer because it's shorter. But it's a really nice package. This is something you could do. These are just sourced out parts. Like I say, the upper I got from Bravo Company. I'm really happy with that stainless one, and the barrel is a 1 in 8 twist, which seems to work amazingly well with the 77 grain ammo. So it is cut for a 5.56 chamber. It has M4 feed ramps, all the goodies. It's a 410 stainless, hand lapped, 1 in 8 twist, and it produces sub MOA groups. So if you're looking for a really nice upper, it is a DI system. I know it's not a piston gun. I know I'm old. I won't change. I'm sticking with my DI guns. It works for me. I'm comfortable with it. So it is what it is. So, but if you're looking for something like that, I could not be happier with the products I get from Bravo Company. They've allowed me to put together some rifles that just really shine. So this is what I'm working on for 2014. I got some other stuff coming, but hopefully maybe later on when that can comes, we'll take you out and show you shooting with that can on the front of this. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching.